I'll take these off. I don't need them. Right, folks. United, Manchester United. Just a quick couple of thoughts on upcoming possible incomings at Old Trafford there. We can see over the last sort of 48 hours, there's a couple of players, 24 hours, that are doing the damnedest to get out of the club. Hopefully they're successful and pretty quickly. And we know we need some incomings. And what I've done over the last couple of days, I've watched the last couple of show reels of a couple of players. One of them I thought I'd seen the show reel, and I'd not. That's MBEUMO. The other guy, and you had not seen these, that was Oshiman's. I'd already seen Gyökeres and Cunha and others, and Ekitike. But I've looked at things over the last few days, and my hope is obviously we've got Cunha in. It's looking very much like we're going to get MBEUMO. Both look like great signings. I do hope we don't lose Diallo. I do hope he plays as a wing-back rather than sits on the bench or goes elsewhere. I'd hate to lose the fella. It's pretty obvious that we need a proper number 9, a guy that can put the ball in the back of the net. It stands out like a sore thumb, and hopefully that will be the case. And then the next job at hand is obviously a goalkeeper. You've just got to get rid of Onana. Whether it'll happen or not, I don't know, but you've got to. You can then address midfield, but that can be done in another transfer window. But I've looked at all the options for your number 9s and what have you, and as I say, I've looked at Cunha and MBEUMO. I looked at MBEUMO's show reel only probably an hour ago, and for all it was impressive, a couple of things that stood out for me was he's a very forward-thinking player. He's always trying to progress the ball forward. He's got no problem running with the ball, very much like Cunha. Very good finisher, no problem there at all. But I noticed a couple of things. One thing which I found was strange, really, the amount of goals he gets with deflections. There's a few deflections there. He also has a habit of going for the far corner and bending it in, as did Anthony. The difference being is he's more on target than Anthony, and that's not his stock. That's not his only shot. It is his stock shot, but he has got other options where Anthony only had that one option at Old Trafford. And I also noticed, for all he set up a few goals, again, a lot of his setups really were deflected into the paths of others. But he made many goals. He scored many goals. But one of the things I noticed was he also took penalties. A few of his goals are penalties. I seen Cunha's show reel about 2 weeks ago, and I thought, I'm sure he took a good few penalties, and I've looked, and yes, he did. I think he got 7 last year, and I'm thinking, well, they've both got a lot of goals last year, but are they going to be taking penalties when you've got Bruno there? Maybe they will, but somebody's got to drop the goal tallies because of penalties taken. And then I'm looking at attackers. Now, I've only looked at Oshiman only yesterday. I'll give you some thoughts on Oshiman to my mind. I looked at Gyökeres about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and Ekitike a few days ago. We'll go Ekitike first. Looks a great player. I think I mentioned it about a week ago after seeing his show reel. I was really impressed. I didn't realise he was much younger than the rest, so he's not really the finished article yet. I didn't realise he's not scored anywhere near as many goals as the other two. But I liked him. Very leggy, very gangly, but pretty fast considering. Extremely skillful. Great shot on him. He reminds me very, very much of Greenwood, who many know, that follow the channel, know I love Greenwood, or did do. He's not with us anymore, but love Greenwood. But a player with probably even more skill than Greenwood. So he looks like a great buy. But I'm not so sure it's a finished article for now. So it's between Gyökeres and Oshiman for me. And I seen Oshiman's show reel yesterday, and it's great. Some fantastic goals there. Some really, really good goals. Scores them at all angles. Gets some weird body shapes to score some goals, a la Haaland. You know, he gets his legs in the air, his knees in the air and everything. Great finisher. Really, really cool in his finish. What I noticed, which surprised me, is how many headed goals he got. Lots of headed goals there, more than I would have expected. That was good to see, because we're not getting many headed goals, and we've not had a centre forward heading it in the back of the net for a good while now. Højlund's terrible in that department, and I thought that's really, really good. But I look at what I've seen, and I looked at what I've seen in Gyökeres 2 weeks ago, and for me, I still feel it's got to be Gyökeres. I just love the way he plays. Oshiman may even be the better footballer, may or may not be the better finisher, but with Gyökeres, he presses all the time. His work rate's fantastic, and in that system it needs to be. He's worked with the manager, so there's a plus to his name before you start. But what I like about Gyökeres, he is more of a bull. He's a runner with the ball. He knocks people off. He doesn't let people chasing him put him off or upset him. He just carries on. He runs from deep. He'll put teams on the back foot, no problem at all. He'll get a lot of service from Bueno and Cunha. They're both clever enough probably to put balls in behind the last defender for Gyökeres to run onto. And I think when he runs onto the ball, the defender's got to turn around and catch him. There's not many that's going to. I just think he's good. It'd be fantastic for United. I think it'd be absolutely, playing with those two, ideal. All I would be doing now in the close season, imagine if we got him, or whoever we get, if we got him, I would improve Dorgu's crossing. And also, if Ahmed is the other major, the main wing back, his crossing's pretty good anyway. But I would get them two practicing crossing absolutely all the time. And I'd get them varying it, so as the times they're putting it behind the penalty spot, in between the penalty spot and the goal for Gyökeres to run onto, and many times pulling it back, looking particularly for Cunha and Bueno, because they can both finish. You're going to have three finishers there playing up front for United if they get the boys in. But no, I looked at things and I thought, there's loads of options out there now, loads. And we need to tie a couple of down very, very quickly. I think we're going to get Bueno. But I'd love us to get Gyökeres or Osimhen, but especially Gyökeres. I really, really would. He's definitely the one for me. He's the one that I'm going to hang my hat on. I'm hoping Arsenal carry on with this move for Sesko. And I'm hoping July comes maybe. Do the windows change the PSR and whatever else? I'm hoping somewhere along the line we sell a player or two and we've got some funds to really go in. Big style for Gyökeres. Get that done. If we're really lucky, a goalkeeper as well. And all of a sudden, I think next year he's looking a lot rosier. A lot rosier. Still a way to go, but a lot rosier. And at least we can start putting some teams on the back foot. Because we've played on the back foot all year, the last 12 months. We need to put teams on the back foot. Let's score a few goals first. Let's get in front in some games. And then hope our defence can protect a lead. I think with a better goalkeeper in, they will. I think we'll do all right at centre-back. If we get everybody back and fit, I think 3 centre-backs, I think we'll be fine with. I think we've got 3 to choose from about 5, and I think we'll be okay. It's just that midfield, then that's that little worry. Right, I'll love you and leave you. That's my thoughts. What are yours?